so muhiambwa pa eno no betumi aboa na homahia no atumi akoso na wo homahia mu ano ye de ni besa kyeremo ewo Awisa Basic MA School na ewo mo no so na adesua form no no wo mo esu pa so mo hia nkundwa ebetumi aboa na adesua ne adekye no akoso sa so ena gombo amanfo na no manfo e de atudwa so wo mo hia mpuntudwuma ewo wo mo nkura hodo no mo we ne nsam ahodo bebre na no pe no ya boa no de besom se no nsia kase boaseda no enkoma RKM Ghana Limited womo pero mo boye chi don payment nsam ahodo ne nyina no ye de besom wo mo sensase ahodo no womo ewo bi ohoro minti bombodin pasa no pe no sa wo temenka wo be frɛ womo anasa wo be hwe womo adanso na mate ko pharmacy na womo etumi aboa wa we ne ndwume kwa wodo bebre na no pe no womo so aseme ye de no nsia kase bo no e de besom ebusua fo yen hwe nsam no yen hye asem fama mo na yen hye asem o yapomde mo nsam mo na enumyam fo ko kwagima menu no e na oyo so afo no e na o hye yapomde mo nsam so sambe no womo de atudwa so womo be hye pa na 4 million Ghana cedis no womo etumi e de ahyemu na womo de aboa womo dialysis akoma yare anase kidney disease no eku womo no womo etumi aboa mo no pin kasem na ode atudwa na ochimo sa wo hwe a eya so no e de kolebo aba ya sabia ne kapapapapa nti sa 4 million Ghana cedis no eno ba beboa na ka hodo a eno no apomuden aso no womo de kolebo no womo edi etue bi na yenkoti nsam ahodo pin na de tu odwani bi.
The Kolebu Teaching Hospital, in consultation with the Ministry of Health, has initiated discussions with FMC for review of the current contract for more flexible payment options and a more structured supply of consumables to avoid excessive delays and to ensure delivery of the outstanding 45 dialysis machines and auxiliary equipment to boost the service being rendered. The MOH has since made a request to the Ministry of Finance to settle the total indebtedness of the 4 million Ghana cedis. And the good news now is that the Minister for Finance has just approved the disbursement of this 4 million to support our patients in Kolebu.
Yes, over the period, there may be some challenges, what we call exchange rate difficulties, but Confanoche is operating with the same 380 and they've not closed the unit. Yes, I will agree. Confanoche has, I think, about 10 machines, but largely you go and you have between 2 to 8 that are working at a time. But Confanoche is operating with that. If you go to Brekum, where you have the Catholic hospital, even though this house gave a fees and charges of 380, the speaker, they are charging 350. They are charging 350 and they are able to operate. Now, when you go to the private facilities in Kumasi, we have about 4. The one that I remember very well is what we call KWAEKU Teaching Hospital, and then is it God is Love, another private facility. The speaker, they are charging 500. Remember those who are charging 500, who are private facility, they pay their nurses, they pay their specialists, they buy their consumables, they do all that, and they charge 500 as private facility. Now you come to Kolebu, where it is the state that is paying for the specialists, the state that is having the what you call the infrastructure.
So let's have a national conversation, look at the funding of health insurance, and the finance minister has no business capping what you call it, the NHI, because it's unconscionable. And then finally, those who are making informal payments in the system, they should be brought to the table to be re-examined and then formalize them. And then finally is that we should look at another way of even adding additional income. Because everybody is saying that let's fund this. They are looking at the benefit side, but they are not looking at the revenue side.
The economic circumstances of this country is high, and the people cannot even afford basic treatment. Is it their fault? It is the ultimate responsibility of every government to keep your people healthy. And if government, a company like FMC can buy or come to an agreement to provide about 60 dialysis machines, how many dialysis machines has the government provided?
Na yenshana samre yanto aso na yankopie mo ewo ya ho de mo nsemu anase UCJ ene netco na sambre mpemfo de atojo no no wo mo chemo se okopie mo e wo netco active do mantem no e wono mo ana netco e bo adwuma ho no mo pa na mpemfo de atojo so mo be hwe no mo UCJ no wo mo atumi aka mo abom na wo ma ya akotoromenta na sa de ba ko na no na atumi aboa pa na ka hodo bi a se ko mienu ana sa adwuma ko mienu no e ye wo de bo man no atumi abafom na mpemfo de atojo asa no so betumi aboa pa ma wo mo nka bom no adwuma wodo e wo se wo mo edi no eno betumi akoso pa na atumi aboa na asa ne hema hode mo nsem mo edu be bia na light no wo mutumi dum ne na wotwe ebu a wa de nyina no wo mutumi dundum no mpemfo se wo mo be ka mo ho abom pa na o ma ye adwumaden na o ma som Ghana sompa na enyama wodo bi atumi ekokoso no ne nyina no atumi abafo.
Even though it's small, even though it's bleeding, even though it's on the only VRA keeps NETCO where it is, it also covers the largest part of the country. So NETCO is really suffering, and the reform agenda that cabinet has approved might mean we have to link NETCO and ECG to have one distributor in the country so that they can support each other and roll out better distribution systems. NETCO, even though it's small, even though it's bleeding, even though it's on the only VRA keeps NETCO where it is, it also covers the largest part of the country. So NETCO is really suffering, and the reform agenda that cabinet has approved might mean we have to link NETCO and ECG to have one distributor in the country so that they can support each other and roll out better distribution systems. NETCO, even though it's small, even though it's bleeding, even though it's on the only VRA keeps NETCO where it is, it also covers the largest part of the country. So NETCO is really suffering, and the reform agenda that cabinet has approved might mean we have to link NETCO and ECG to have one distributor in the country so that they can support each other and roll out better distribution systems. NETCO, even though it's small, even though it's bleeding, even though it's on the only VRA keeps NETCO where it is, it also covers the largest part of the country. So NETCO is really suffering, and the reform agenda that cabinet has approved might mean we have to link NETCO and ECG to have one distributor in the country so that they can support each other and roll out better distribution systems.
As a for young transformer, so na young for any friend, my own sermon, after day, numbering 2024, after Ghana, Hanamo, ye, so my Yakotua Ban, a pumping for a sang near to a for Yakotua Bapa, near in pain for, or man pain in Brashabe Jeffy. Now, no, and so Emma, a US embassy, any GJ in Central Phone Kabum Connect, Yakomo, Bomupa, I and Chetra, Hodro, and then some Hodro, the Atujan woman Semono, and one more HMO, so one more Baba Shapan and Central Forward, one more man, no money, Bebrina, one more to me, one more rented Timo, and someone would do a batrono, one more Ebekan, and someone who would be any, so one more Ekanano, Edio Yene, Basabasa, Edbemo, Mino, US Embassy, no, one more Beshapa, na Sikawo, one bit media, now when some going nano, Etmia Coswan, Asa Sanchez, nano, Etmia Coswan, one more Beshano, one more GJ in Central Funkabum Kono, Etmia. Come home, no much me abwani yonkotim and someone who do at it's nene at the man central for Kabum Kono, Yura, Kabajum for editu Johnny.
Some tro a jumana, ye yena. Yen yebe promotu asumji, yebema asumji edi kind, yebema pepper you di kind, yebe very objective, yebe very, very fair, yebe cross check your fact. Yeah, incite, use your platforms, use your medium, incite tension. Ne mumuno, your medium, your platform, no, be use a propagated peace. So, said the American, you can vote out, abum, your baby, the southern part, you the western, you the middle belt.
The U.S. Embassy and the GJA are long-term partners. We've worked together for many years to defend press freedom and to provide resources and training for Ghana's journalists. And this next year will be no different. We'll support GGA's regional training for journalists to improve their fact-based reporting on elections, help fight election myths and disinformation, and support high-quality public information.
Amayon Semona, Yonko Piemo, our movement for change, Yura, Kojo, Alan Tremantindo, na wamo Efrana Lancash, na Sabrino, na watch Yoko Piemo, our natural honomo, and on central for our one and Ghana for this year, more etching como, now Comochumono, open to children or Chimo, Ghana Hanomly, Yensis, Yahoo, do make plans, our door, a bit in Yabua, no man in Puntonen and Kankono, et me aquanim, mom, and your manifesto, I can say, name Chotra. Say ene kasa dodo bebre ene betumi aboa nti 2024 abato Ghana for beto no womboden pass on be show bi ono no de plans ahodo begu kwan mu a oman tuma pa no betumi afa na akwanimre mom en kwom nkohwe so ene ode ne manifesto e de ba no ensamo ahodo mu ansamo ahodo ne nyina no eye ntro ahodo ene ombebede e de ache Ghana for yenkotie opin no ne kasa ahodo ne bi
abasa yebu yamunkunta na amanyo ko mienu NDC ni MPP ya di tumi amomo over 30 years na ene ye kan this is the 17th time Ghana yako IMF ekosresika edi abo ehun ba 30 years obi etimi ama sagraba Ama Onuabe, the second most powerful economy in the world. Yadie, yakwa anima ni asayechi. Yakwa anima ni asayechi. Enti, no be the beka chiro. Say, ani emre naso. Say, yes sisem na emfa bibi foforo no Ghana. Na Ghana ngore.
Say, Ghana you a leader. Not a political party. It's not about elephant, it's not about umbrella, it's about the individual only there. Now, I'm so over almost 10 years, I'm already Alan Kojo Chematechi, no. If you say the man has a vision, he has a plan and what it takes are. Obetima transforming Ghana. Now, could do Penswa, else you drew. I'm say, and I can say, I did here pa, Kesepa, Yuma. From day one, who take the mantra and the slogan of Alan, I'll say, jobs for the people, cash for the people. You baby Juma, the baby school, so many years, you never been to that. Yet, I'm a papa chain. Or say, enough is enough. MPP in NDC for 32 good years. MPP 16 years, NDC 16 years, you know. They couldn't do what is expected of them. And you know, or say, it's about plan, not manifesto. Or say, many a time, you know, once I'm the manifesto, but I say, Ghana, sustainable planner. Say, we better also. And then, MPP ba no mo start ade be chine NDC be change no mo do mo dia ba because of omukito mo manifesto enti enne Alan utie do kan o say ono ne so di hu ni say yenya plan but no manifesto yesu yegitum
or say great nations are built on industrialization and not digitalization. Who can kind history books and amaya kesia for China, for example, industrialization. One money pana ye juma, who create a juma, and mebunum penny for obianya juma ye. If it says, oh, Mamma say, when ye juma ya, a day, and yama bedro, how be Ghana, she say, oh, youth in baby and ye juma ye. Alan and Niswadi say, youth biano, you have to be preoccupied with the juma. Now, Ghana, Mebuna, Yanya Quadro, Penny say, the Mama Muntimin, and Yanokre, ex-President Rawlings, obey a leader, and he was in his 30s. And don't mean catch and say, "Dear Juma, my uncle, and I ain't me. You bet me, we just need guidance." Into Yanya Candy for our Betty and him, Abua Magana, Mebuno, and Yer Juma, Ghana, Mebu, and Yer Juma, Yama, and Homa Tomo.
penchimo yɛn mpatampatamu ne ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ na yɛn hyase wɔ nwomasua na yɛn to fa na yɛn kopie mu ɛwɔ amansie central mensi no mu na wokopie mu a ɛyɛ akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ nkabonku a wɔn hɔnom no sambre no wɔn de nsɛm ahodoɔ na ɛde tudwa no wɔn ɛkyerɛ mu so wɔn bɛsrɛ paa so ɔhwɛ schools ahodoɔ hɔnom a bebree na ɛna teachers banglo no wɔn ɛnni bia na sɛ bia akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ bɛda no wɔn ɛnni bia na nam soma sambre no wɔn de to mpanyinfoɔ anim sɛ wɔn bɛsrɛ paa sɛ sani ebe mu anasa asambere na aboa wɔn ɛma wɔn atumi anya ɛyɛ dankora baako mmiɛnsa sɛ wɔn nhyɛ na wɔn nkɔkyerɛ adeɛ wɔn no saa so ɛna ɛyɛ teachers bangro a kyerɛkyerɛfoɔ no bɛda mu no ɛno so wɔn ehia bi mpanyinfoɔ ɛde to dwa sɛ wɔn srɛ paa wɔn a wɔn yɛ adɔyɛ ahodoɔ ne aba mpanyinfoɔ ahodoɔ no wɔn bɔ mmɔden sɛ wɔn de wɔn ani no de bɛkyerɛ mu ɛwɔ amansie central mensin no mu na wɔn akɔ akɔboa esuku sɛ no ɛwɔ hɔ no mu na wɔn so bia kyerɛkyerɛfoɔ de wɔn ti bɛto no wɔn atumi anya bi.
Adoma assembly adom yɛn another 3 unit classroom ɛbɛboa ma ahokyerɛ na ɛwɔ school yi mu no ɛbɛbrase. Education director de yɛ how de bebree baako ɛyɛ accommodation for teachers. On say aha yɛ mining area. Enti places bebree wɔ hɔ a teacherfoɔ no kɔ a wɔn nya dan. Yɛde bɛbɛ teacher ni de yɛde bɛma galamsey ni atenem. Every say galamsey for was ska ɛsen a teacherfoɔ. Enti obi wɔ hɔ a school no ɛwɔ ha. And so now we current bi wɔ different town and as a community. Pasa ni school komuni adeɛ no ɛmoa.
School dan wɔ ha no nkwalaa no sɛbi ɔmo tena musua deɛ na enye yie. Enti na amansie central assembly ni ahyehyɛ mu no na akohia sɛ ɛsɛ de saa dwumadie yɛ den ɛba donkwase ha. Enti na nɛ hu saa dan fɛfɛ a abisiasi donkwase. Esan sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ nwomasua no ɛpɛgya ɛkɔnkan ana ye nana do danko akufo ado na ni so ade hunu so bepɛgya o man ga na akɔnkan ɛbra o hye papa de bɛboa adesua no na yɛ sɛ yɛn amansie central so yɛn yɛ kyɛfa enti yɛ kyɛfa no ebi ne de yɛ hunu ne a yɛwɔ donko aseman ɛnyɛ donko asean kwan so ne ayɛ yɛ bi o jaman yɛ bi o krasi yɛ bi o kente yɛ bi o nkura hodo bebree na nyɛ school adan kwan so si chips compound yɛ reshaping of roads sɛ be nipa betimi adi akɔneaba yɛ nsuo ahodoɔ de boa ɔmanfoɔ enti mputue de nyame adom kakra ɔmanfoɔ nya ɔmo de
nsɛm no so na ɛmfa yɛne mfa nkyɛ mu wɔ nsɛm foforɔ da so gyina mu ɛwɔ nwomasua mu na awisa basic ma wɔ mo school no so no akasa paa ɛde afa nkonnwa ahodoɔ a ɛno ne ɛbɛtumi aboa na wɔn so adesua ne adekyerɛ no ɛtumi akɔ so na wɔn de saa nsɛm wɔ nyinaa de tu dwa abra ɛyɛ compassion Ghana ɛtumi kɔma wɔn nkonnwa ahodoɔ sɛ wɔn ɛngye na adesuafoɔ no wɔn ɛntena so na wɔn ɛnsua deɛ no ɛna mpanyinfoɔ de tu dwa sa compassion my idea papa yɛbɔ maba so ɛnso nkundwa na kwa emse so a yɛhia bebree na atumi aboa nyɛ no nkwa kade ahodoɔ bi betumi aboa na adesua atumi akɔso no sambre no awisa ma basic school no wɔn srɛ nkrɔfoɔ pa so wɔn nhwɛ na wɔn nkɔ wɔn emboa.
Furniture was not there. Some of the students sit on the floor and write their notes. So now we get the furniture. I would thank Compassion of Ghana for bringing us this furniture. It will help us to study and learn more.
Before the arrival of these chairs, a school with a population of about around 520 were using only 70 desks, and it was hindering teaching and learning. But with these chairs that we are going to get, I believe and hope that it's going to help the pupils sit comfortably within their classrooms, and that such learning is going to take place. We thank the donors very much for what they've done for us.
We have built a 10-seater WC toilet in the year 2021 for the Awisa Methodist Primary School at a cost of 87,700 Ghana cedis with withholding tax inclusive. We have built a hand washing facility for the same school. We have drilled a mechanized borehole at a cost of 82,000 Ghana cedis, inclusive of withholding tax, to help reduce the challenges the community has with water.
Be able to donate 280 furniture, comprising that of KG, teachers' tables and chairs. The directorate, we have had a respite because when we go to Awisa, where they are donating the furniture, as said by one of the head teachers, 70 dual desk, serving about 300 people was a challenge. And we were praying that someday we'll get a help. And today, this is the day the Lord has made. We are so much grateful. And we believe that this will come to mitigate the challenge we're facing. We want to use this opportunity to thank Compassion Ghana and also extend our tentacles to other philanthropists to come to our aid by providing furniture and other infrastructure to boost teaching and learning in the municipality.
Yɛnto ansɛm no so na yɛnkɔpie mu mfimfini mantɛmo na yɛnkɔ gombo amanfo na wokɔpie mu ɛwɔ gombo amanfo na mayimfa wɔmo ɛwɔrɔmo sandre no wɔmo ɛde atogya no wɔmo kyerɛ mu paa so wokɔpie mu ɛwɔ mpɛtɛm wɔno mu a wɔmo hempɔn no no wɔmo ɛyi no foforo no abrɛ no wɔmo pa no ho ntoma no ɛna wɔmo de tu dwa sa ya sabia no wɔmo hia bi ɛwɔ gombo amanfo yɛ no nko police station ɛne schools ahodoɔ senior high school no wɔmo hia bi wɔ hɔ no pa na etumi aboa na gombo amanfo wɔmo kro no so no etumi etompɔn akɔ n'anim.
Ya se so ye jana bi ya ye bi wo so mo bo ya pra clinic wo kuro yim kan ansa na amafo mal baba na di wo gomu aman nyina han wo police station na police nyi wo nti obu asam wo ha wo di asam wo ha idi forward no atu ga room wo kuro yim tete na police station ho nti na wa be on sambu a no madam police station so samla school aya ben school ama school ntotado ne domini nya maka ho ne yeso yambo a na school mla ha ne di amanfo wo dadan on sampeja
e be hwe se obibebie eye clinic e wo krom ha e be nya impo anka be no hospital kese pa ama oman no e sanso e hwe nim kwan se e bebie eye vocational school kese ama mrantie no ne maba wo krom ha ama obi nya ne nsan no adwuma se wo nsan no adwuma utumi didi nsa kɔwa no a eno nso ma abrabɔ no eye America kra e sanso e hwe nim kwan se yede police station e beba eye krom ha ama eye aya bambo ama kroman no bia wo tu no wonsom adwuma ketekete bia enyi ho kakra bia obenya bia wo besom no ahwe so no waye ne yie na aye kese ama na yenso ya bai mo bia wo se ye de boa eye oman no ye bedi so pepepe
na yɛnkɔwie yɛnsɛm no koraa no yɛnkɔnkɔwie bɔ nsɛm foforɔ mu na Czech Republic wɔmɔ anem senior awodoɔ bi bepie mɔ ɛwɔ bibiri ha no mu a na ɛno no ndefoa mmiɛnsa ɛna wɔmɔ ɛde kɔ saa aprɔbɔ ɛwɔ bibiri mu a wɔn tumi bepie mɔ ɛwɔ ɔman Ghana ha no mu na ɛno nam so ɛmɔ ɔmampanya bi de akyi Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia etumi kɔhyia wɔmɔ na nkɔmɔtwitwi mu no ɛna ɔmampanya bi de akyi de tu dwa sa wɔpɔ ɔman bi na wɔdi dwa anaasɛ wɔyɛ bibi ɛwɔ so ɔman Ghana ha no mu ɛna ebetumi aboa paa sansa wɔhwɛ asomdwe a ɛwɔ ha no mu a wɔyɛ business wɔ ha no mu etumi boa paa nti ɔbɛsrɛ paa sɛ aman wodoɔ bi mpanyinfoɔ bi pɛ sɛ wɔn pɔ ɔman bi bɛyɛ business anaasɛ adwuma bi ɛwɔ so anaasɛ wɔn bɛdi dwa ɛwɔ so ɔman Ghana ɛyɛ ɔman a sɛ wodi dwa wɔ so ɛno no etumi boa paa yɛnkotie nsɛm a wodoɔ ɔmampanya bɛde akyire ɛde to dwa no bi.
Cooperation in the areas of healthcare. The Medivac program has been, since 2019, has been very, very good for, complicated surgeries to take place with Ghanaian doctors, and it has saved a lot of lives. Our bridge building programs, where close to 200 bridges are being built by the Czech Republic in Ghana, and that is very, very good as well. Our cooperation in the defense area, cybersecurity again, another major area of that we have seen. Education, many of our students are in the Czech Republic. We want to ramp up the business cooperation. And the Prime Minister has come to Ghana with a business delegation. And this is the best place to be on the continent when you are thinking of business. As you know, the host, the Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, an agreement that has established the largest trade area in the world. The largest in the world, 55 countries, 1.3 billion people, and a GDP of 3.4 trillion US dollars. So if you want to invest in Africa, I think the mantra is to come to Ghana, and then Ghana will be your gateway into the rest of Africa. So I want to encourage the business delegation that they should come in and invest in Ghana, and they will have access to a broader African market. After all, we are the most peaceful country in West Africa. We are the second most peaceful country in Africa.
I'm very happy to be here. It is my first visit in your beautiful country. It is also first visit of Czech Prime Minister in Ghana. I think it's important to be here and to see your development, to see everything what you reached. And I believe that my visit is start of a new level of or new period of our relations. It will bring our relations at a new level, and I hope that we will be in our cooperation in the future very successful.
was afraid being and some wing as soon as you know Siacasia born yet, yes, Yamona, Yenshan, someone who don't know. Yet, soon will be a 2 far copy more. Our Mansia Central now, women's champagne for our more dear 2 jars. So, woman here, Cadia would do a bit me about panity a church for the Omudi Tibetano, net me abona women's so et me so sasso, and a copy more. A research basic MA, one more school known, and some of the 2 jars from young country bet me up. One more palm, now this piano at me, Akoso, and a gumbwa, a man for an animal in Freddy. I to just home he has to pity schools, and then your man would do a bit me up, no more chrono, at me at some point when and someone would do a bebre, and a bob, and about someone send on Siacasia Bob, our property day break shows, so I said,